Okay, it says it's recording.
Sweet. We are live, my friend. Respect is live on the air.
Hey,
Awesome,
can
man.
you send a link via your social media or something like that to the Twitch URL or anything like that? Share it.
Well, as in right now? Or in general? Dude, I have not posted on Facebook. I don't have social media, I told you. If I post this right now, I'm not really quite comfortable because I literally never post. I haven't posted in like 4 years, and this would be kind of an awkward post.
An awkward welcome back. Yeah.
Okay. Exactly. And I actually don't want to be back on social media, at least personally.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a good thing to be taking up your time. All right, dude, let's do this thing. We're recording on Skype. We're live on Twitch. We got 3 viewers on Twitch. Let's do this thing.
Okay, cool. So we wanted to chat about our idea of respect. If you could maybe quickly summarize what we were going to accomplish with the company, and then from there, that will give our 3 viewers also a quick heads up what we're doing, and then I can run you through the logo and branding options that I have put together based on the Pinterest ideas that you sent me. So you kind of went around and just gave me a bunch of ideas. So I have that. But yeah, I think this is also good. Like, let's work on a summary on like what we're actually trying to accomplish with the brand. And then from there, I'll share my screen and I run you through the design.
Yeah, for sure, dude. So me and Manuel here, aka Wheezy, we want to start a company focusing in the gaming realm more so our mission statement, something more aligned with our mission statement, which is to empower competitive gamers but worldwide, essentially. So we want to be in a competitive gaming space in some respect. We want to be able to provide solutions to competitive gamers that are going to inspire them, that are going to help them, their performance, that are going to basically improve their competitive gaming world quality of life, essentially. So initially getting into this, as you can imagine, we're pretty ambitious. We had some ambitious ideas. We were talking about all kinds of stuff, including coaching services, replay analysis, stuff like this for some of the top competitive games like Dota 2, StarCraft, CSGO. But then getting deeper into that, we're realizing the complexity of that, and both of us not having as much experience in this space. We thought, hey, we need to start more simple. Maybe eventually we work our way to something that more ambitious. But as long as we're aligned with our mission statement, which is to empower competitive gamers, we can start with anything. Anything could be a good start for us. So the simpler, the better. Right now, we're thinking about, rethinking about the way you think about your game space. So for PC gamers, this is going to be your desk. For console owners, this is going to be, your couch, your controller, your TV, living room, things like that. How do we inspire competitive gamers by helping them rethink their setup, essentially? We got a domain registered. We're thinking about a company name. Right now, the one that's in the lead is Respec, because it kind of aligns with rethinking your game space and how these kind of things interact with your daily gaming life. So Respec is one of the possibilities. And then another thing we're thinking about is the logo, which is what Wheezy mentioned originally. So I sent him some inspiration ideas, and he's going to use his amazing marketing and Illustrator skills to put together a logo. So today we're going to be kind of looking over some logo proposals and see what those look like and see how we feel about them.
Cool. Awesome. Good summary. So I'm going to share my screen here in a second. Before we dive into the logo, right? I want to quickly kind of just address what is important to both of us. We want to build something that is kind of forward-looking. You mentioned the aspect of inspiration and helping, the competitive gamer, just elevate their game. So it's not just a logo conversation, right? This is a branding conversation. Like, we want to position ourselves as a kind of a up-and-coming startup, exciting, inspiring. And so for that, the way that we are also living our life is very minimalistic, very clean lines, right? Clear messaging, very clear and deliberate point of view. So you send me some of your your inspiration on Pinterest. So let me kind of pull that up, and then we actually didn't chat about this yet, right? You just kind of sent them to me. So let me kind of walk you through what I saw and how I took that. So let me see, how do I share? I just saw it somewhere. Where the heck is screen share? Let's see. Enter profile. No, I did see it somewhere. Share screen. Here we go. Okay, start sharing. Okay, now you see Pinterest, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So what you sent me, I actually was very pleased with it. This is kind of very similar with probably I would have gravitated towards. What I'm seeing here is, typeface wise, you like the kind of capitalized font, bold. You sent me an image here. Should I respond to that?
Wait, one second, dude. I'm trying to get your screen. It's still just your face cam that's on the stream.
Okay.
I'm trying to get that onto the stream right now because it's still your face.
You send me another, you're sending me images here. Is that what you want me to
No, I'm just clicking random buttons trying to get your screen on the stream. I mean, on Skype, I can see what you're showing me, but on stream, it's still just your face cam. I wonder.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I wonder how we can. Is there anything from your end where you can switch it to just show your screen without showing your face cam?
Well,
like completely.
Okay. Now I turned off my camera.
Yeah, now I'm just not seeing an image at all.
Okay. Well, no, that's not it. I don't know.
Yeah, we've got to figure this out, dude, because this is pretty key. Well, the stream is going to be mostly us trying to figure this out.
So, that's okay. First one.
Yeah.
First one of many.
Yeah. It's got to be something on Skype's end.
I don't think so. How did you actually get? How do you pull me into your stream? How does that work?
So there's an integration with your Skype account. I'm able to put in your Skype account, and
what if you instead of showing your face, we put the screen. Can you, instead of showing your face right now, you can just put my screen up? Can you do that?
Let me think. Hold on. I'm trying everything right now. Our stream is just the Skype logo right now. And you're on it.
Nice. Dude, and streaming is eating up a lot of my CPU. It's crazy. My computer is running so damn hot.
Yeah, it's intensive, man. Oh, dude. Okay, hold on. Let me start from the beginning and try to figure this out from the beginning. Right now, our stream is basically just your face, not mine at all. Okay, so here I am. Let's make it like this. Okay, there you are. Let's try one more. Okay. Oh, dude, we did it. We did it. Yes. We got your screen up here.
Awesome. I don't know how you did it, but that's cool. Oh, sweet.
You see it, right?
Yep.
So you're top right now, top left, screen's bottom left. Okay, we're back.
Awesome. Give me 1 second. I'm just texting my sister. All right, I'm already showing you something that I didn't want to show you, but let's break for there. So we were talking, it's not just logo, right? It's like, what statement do we want to make with our brand? Because it's obviously about the product and the service and everything that comes with it, but what is the emotion? What are the feelings and thoughts that somebody has when they enter our domain? And that's not just the domain of the web domain. It's like when they get the product, when they get like a flyer, when they get an email, all of that has to be like really cohesive, and it has to be a point of view, right? And so these are the kind of logo inspirations that you sent me. And what I took from it was a couple of things. One is, clearly you like kind of the bold typeface, clear lines. There's no serif, like they're all sans serif. There's no script font. They block text type. Really, that's what I gravitate towards as well. Also, clear differentiation. Contrast is something that you seem to be a fan of. Black, white, neon green, black. Very clear everything, right? And then you send some icons or mascots or something, which make it a little bit edgier, right? And so everything kind of resonated with me as well, and I think it was a really kind of good first step. So what I did was, and I kind of want to run you through that, is there's 3 elements that you usually kind of think about when we now go from branding to kind of utilizing a logo to extrapolate our point of view, right? And so when I think about logo design, you think about font, you think about iconography, and you think about colors and contrast. So let's start at kind of the first one, and we're doing this in a way that is sequential. So we start with the fonts. I walk you through some of the font examples, and you can give me your feedback. Don't look at it as like I like this font, but I don't like the color, or I don't like exactly how the font is situated, right? So this is the first step is just kind of running you through some font ideas that are in the universe of what you sent me. So this is respect in the most straightforward manner, right? This is not your standard Arial Helvetica, but it's kind of in the same family, very clear line, very blocky. I gave it a little bit of spacing to air it out. I think we could even stretch it out a little bit more. So that's kind of where you start, right? And then from there, I saw you wanted to take it a little bit more futuristic, and potentially give it a little bit more of this gamer kind of galaxy vibe. So I went into the direction of something like a Tesla. This is kind of the Tesla type font.
Is this the exact font that Tesla uses in their logo?
This is exactly the font, actually.
Is there any IP issue with using the exact font?
Nah, we can, even if we like it, this is not the exact font, but it is a copy of that font, because that font doesn't exist, so somebody just copied it. There's no problems with that, really. We can even change it slightly, but I'm not too concerned about it. I actually don't think I'm not 100% of a fan of it. I think it's cool, but it's not very legible. It's very, Tesla has fewer letters, and the letters that are presented are a little bit clearer to read. But it's just, let me run you through it, and then you can kind of give me feedback on the font. So that's kind of a Tesla. And I ran with this kind of cutout version where the letters are not like fully displayed. So then you go into something that's a little bit more round, kind of play with that, right? And kind of maybe something in the same vein, but not as chopped up. And then you have something that, again, is also maybe a little bit more playful. So I'm actually a fan of just keeping it very straightforward. I'm kind of here in that realm. But what's your thought? So kind of let me just kind of run through if there's anything is this in the kind of ballpark? And it doesn't mean that any of these will be the final ones, but like, what do you like or dislike? Is there anything that kind of speaks to you more than others?
What is the third one? The one after Tesla?
That's this.
I think I like them all. I mean, they all look nice. I think I like this one the best, even though, it's a little bit harder to read. But what do you think about, what do you think about having it be very simple, but then having one divergence from that simplicity somewhere in the word? Like some of the examples that I sent you, it would be a very simple typeface, but then instead of a C, it's a controller. And that was it. That was the only thing that was changed. But that little bit did give it a gamer feel. The only thing that I'm thinking is like, they're awesome. They're definitely awesome looking logos, but it doesn't have that gamer feel to them, right? Like something over the top with a character. A lot of companies use that.
Now you're moving into the second phase, right? If you're thinking about iconography, that's the second part, right? Like I'll show you some iconography in a minute. If you like, let's focus just on like kind of font styles, because I want to make sure we're kind of treating the process step by step. Otherwise, we're convoluting different things, right? So,
but what do you think about incorporating the iconography right into the logo text?
Sure, I'm okay with that. I think that I have it rarely seen executed in a way that I really love it, but I'm not against it. So maybe I can go back. Which one was the one that you like? What I do like is if you change the font in a way that it's like a letter is slightly different, but I rarely like it where the font is actually becoming a logo where a letter is where a letter is an icon.
So I really like that R with the knife. If you scroll down on the left, that black R with the knife.
Okay.
I think that's probably my favorite out of any of the logos, to be honest, that I looked at. What do you think?
I'm not a super fan of it. It's not something that I would be against necessarily. It depends. I mean, if you, it depends. Again, it depends on the execution of it. Yeah, it depends on
What do you think of the one that says game with a controller instead of the M?
Where is that?
It's more near the top. Yeah, you were there. Yep, it's on the right, black background, white text on the right side, and it says game.
Oh, this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, again, I'm not a super fan of it. I'm not a super fan of it, but I also, it's not like I wouldn't veto it. Like this game, like this, I would definitely say like this looks a little too childish. But if we can make it cool, then like for example here, right? Game again. Yeah. Like this is a little bit cooler, right?
Yeah.
See how that works? Like this is like, it kind of feels like there's a controller between the G and the A.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like to just throw in an icon into the word. That's just not like, it's not interesting. Then I think it's better if you just use the icon outside of it. But maybe let's talk about the icons then, right? Like if font wise you don't really have a huge preference, then let's go into kind of what can a font live in, right? Like how does a font correspond to other elements? And so on a very simple note, you can kind of put a border around it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just kind of compare those two and how all of a sudden that feel kind of changes, right? Like there's a little bit more weight to it all of a sudden, right? You kind of bolted it down, like it's like a label, like a plaque or something like that. So that's on a very, very simple level. From there, you can go a little bit more, like not even more complicated, but you can add like some forms to it. You know, put kind of like triangles or squares or some, you know, rectangles next to it. But from then, you can actually become even more interesting, right? You can work with some other forms, and this is I don't know if this is very gamer centric, but I kind of like what this stands for. This is this object to the left of it is actually Braille, and that's an R. So you know, you could here kind of play with that. I'm not saying it's really strong visually, but it's kind of a nifty idea, right?
Yeah, that's really interesting.
And then, you know, you can put actual like icons next to it. In this case, the skull, right? So, and from there, I mean, this reminded me a little bit of the dog leash brand. What was that? The one that we found?
Oh yeah. Z-Dog, right?
Z-Dog, exactly. So here,
yeah, it kind of reminds me of that too.
You would then you can start playing to position this in different ways, right? Like you can have it broken down like this, and you start messing with this and you find kind of something that really works well. So this all is starting to look a little bit different, right? And then you can let's go to Bella. Let's do this. No. Anyway, you can find fonts then that match more of like the rounded kind of style.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. One.
Is there a reason why you're using the blue color while demonstrating this?
No, because this is just like a very contrast. Like you can use black and white as well, but it's more pleasing to the eye to have like a navy blue. That's usually how like you go through the very first part. So color has no impact on this right now. So let's take a look at colors. So let's do the reverse, right? You go from black to white, white to black, and then actually what I was doing, I wanted to actually do a different version here. So give me just 1 second. I wanted to pick a specific. I think you were showcasing some of the neon styles, right? So here, let's do that real quick. I'm gonna grab this, and then okay, so okay, so back to color. So this is one version, right? You have a high contrast. I was thinking we're probably gonna move into like the darker backgrounds, right?
So yeah, I think darker background makes sense. If the first product that we're leaning in with is a desk mat that's going to be black, right? It would make sense that the logo kind of matches that with the black background.
Right. But just so that we can kind of play with it. So then from there, so this was the white, you can start playing with like the same hue of colors, but in a different saturation.
Yeah, that's dope.
You can kind of go with, the high contrast, but more of a muted background and a kind of stark, like very saturated kind of color in the front. Or you can play around with like multi-colors, right? You all of a sudden have three colors as well. So yeah, that's kind of just a quick kind of.
That looks dope, man. I really like the three colors.
Yeah,
I think I like the way that it looks with three colors. Yeah.
Now the question is, if you move into three colors, right? Then, let's kind of start with filling in the background with something that is dark, like a black. All right, and then kind of where do we go from there, right? So maybe then copy. So maybe we go here. Like this is, for example, a lot of what companies do, like a green, white, and black. Kind of that's your monster interpretation.
Yeah, that looks nice. With that particular logo, that looks really, really nice. I think that's the best one that, at least the most, that one looks nice too. I really like the way that looks. What do you think about the skull logo? Do you think that's using that as a brand identifier? Do you think that makes sense for what we're trying to do?
Not 100%. I was thinking if we want to go with the skull, if we think that's kind of a cool way to showcase the brand, I think we should lean heavier into that, and the name should give that. We should give the name some weight with that. Like
now looking at it with the name and the logo, I think it looks good together, honestly. Because the skull and the word respec, because respec also kind of sounds like respawn a little bit. It sounds like, hey, change something, and that kind of goes with the skull, I feel.
Yeah, I'm not against it. So the question is, do we even like the skull?
What alternatives besides the skull? Like, what other logos could we look at?
Well, the question is, do we think it needs to have an icon? You know what I mean? Like, so going back here, give me 1 second. For example, I don't mind this. I didn't mind this either, right? I think that's kind of cool. It's very simple, very simple. And then you can start, playing if you want to just put a border around it. Let's say you bring I don't know, let's try this.
I think it looks nice with the text and the border only also. But I like that the way that it looked with the skull, honestly, especially with that neon green skull with the black background and white text. I think it looked awesome. I think it does add a little bit more of that gamer feel to it.
Yeah,
because there's got to be a little bit of a gamer feel, right? That's the thing.
But let me just show you that it becomes a lot more gamey all of a sudden if I change the colors. And I'm not trying to this is just showcasing options.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Like that to me screams game, right? Like that's definitely like something in that like kind of gamer world type. But I would agree. Looking at it, let's run it back to back here. Let's see. So we have this guy versus so this versus where does it go? I would say this is a stronger presentation. This is an actual brand that I would buy from, this one right here, because I can read the name. It has it adds personality, right? That skull, it's like it definitely adds personality.
Yeah, and it's got a gamer feel to it, right? Because Skull is all about getting kills, getting frags. Like it kind of pulls it together. This one is more of a teal green, and then you showed more of a bright lime green. Do you like the teal green better?
This is more kind of a neon green. Yeah, I think this is a stronger green.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
can you show it with that previous green? Yeah, just so we can see.
like you can remove more into this world.
Yeah, I like this one too.
Yeah.
I think both are good. Both are good.
I mean, here, maybe this one is stronger. Maybe you're right. This one could be stronger.
Do you envision the products themselves having that brightness to them, or at least in some aspect have bright colors on them?
No, not necessarily. I mean, some will. I mean, we got to think of this, right? This logo is going to live on multiple properties. First and foremost, the logo is going to live. And so, well, before we go into the next phase here, do we feel pretty strong about this, or are there any of the other kind of options? Do we feel this one is the strongest? So do we want to kind of iterate on top of this one? Because then I'm going to take you to the next level of considerations that we need to have.
How does this look with the typeface, the third one, the one after the Tesla one that we kind of looked at with the border around it? What if we put that here instead of this one? How does it look?
Let's see. So that was... what is this one? No, we want to go this one, right?
Yeah, with this one. This one, no border and the skull.
Okay. So
what do you think about that?
I like it and I don't. Here's why. It has a cool feel to it. People will not be able to read it. There's brand recognition is going to be really fucking hard here.
Yeah, and I think I like the previous one better because it has a little bit of an edginess to it, and it's subtle, right? Because there's the skull and then there's more of a clean font. So it's kind of both worlds and it's subtle. But if you go too heavy on the edginess, it's kind of looks like it's overdone.
Exactly.
Yeah, out of all the ones that we looked at and all the different things that we played with in a short time, this one looks the best to me with the brighter green.
Okay, so now what we have to consider here is we put this logo in vacuum, right? And the vacuum is in this dark universe, just on a screen, right? That's like on a dark screen. This logo will have to live on a mat, and we will have to probably initially only be able to like emboss it, or so probably we'll be debossing into the mat. So if we deboss it, what you will see is going to look something like this, right? You barely gonna it's debossed, right? So then it's going to look like this. So is that cool? Do we think that's bad, right? Like, because you barely just gonna see this. I just want to take out the color because in some way, sometimes we will not be able to actually have that white and that green. So that's one consideration. The other consideration is this. It will have to live on for example, we send an email. The question will be, is our logo, if the email is white, right? Like background, like we have white background.
Oh yeah, this is a good consideration for sure. I didn't think about this.
Right? Are we going
how
to
important is the background color to our logo? Basically, is what we're
exactly
trying to see.
exactly? Are we gonna is this our logo? Right? Or is this our logo then?
Yeah, you flip it, you make it dark color.
Right? And then the green, the green now is too bright, right? Because
Yeah,
on the
it's too
white it
bright.
kind of disappears. So now you have to think about, you have to be somewhere kind of here for it to register, right? Okay, so if that's the case, now what does it look like with the reverse? It almost lost its edginess here, right?
Yeah.
So that would mean, okay, we would for if we were to decide it's on the black, this green is going to be popping more than it is on the white, right?
Yep. I'm a fan. Yeah, I'm a fan of just making it a box and keeping the background. I thought that looked good when you did that at first.
Or that, right?
Yeah, I thought that looked good. That almost looks even better than the full black background, honestly. Because you're still doing the border, like you showed me the border, but you're doing it a little bit differently, and it still looks really nice.
Okay. So it would look like that.
Yeah, I think it looks dope. What do you think?
Let it breathe a little bit more. Yeah, I don't mind. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's I mean, we worked on it. I worked on it a little bit before I called you, like for like an hour, and now we're talking for like, like an hour. It's I don't mind it. I think it's cool.
I like it too, and it's important.
Is there something missed? Like, does it? When I just look at it from like, so the other thing we have to consider, right? Different sizing. So, for example, if the logo is this big versus if it's this big, right? Like it has to be recognizable. Let me take this out, and we're gonna. I think it's worth. Dude, I think it's a perfectly fine logo. That's the thing. There's nothing that I'm like. I wouldn't say this sucks. Is it the best logo invented by humankind? Probably not, but I don't mind it. Let's also so now let's have a couple of different versions of it, right? Just to kind of get us comfortable with it. So, and sometimes we want to do it like this.
Yeah, that looks good too for maybe some applications, but for the main one that would be used the majority of the time, I still like it better on the side. This one seems like a little bit like similar to other designs of logos, right? With the big icon in the middle, the text on the bottom. It seems like it's following more of a pattern that's more recognizable. And I like the first version on the side because it looks more original. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. This is you kind of have to have the logo. If you have an icon, you have to have these different properties. Just think of, not that Facebook is kind of the end all be all for what we're doing. I don't know if it's going to be well, we're going to run some ads, right? So here, you kind of have to think about what's going to be in here, right? So let's actually take that. Let's grab it. And like there, it could just be the skull, or so now let's kind of pop this in here. Just to give us a feel for what this ultimately, because it's one thing to design logos in a vacuum, as I said, a completely different thing to put it now into the world that we experience on a daily basis. So let's say this is this. Kind of change that a little bit. Okay, that's that. And then and maybe here it's just, we scrap that and we just make it like this, right? That actually looks pretty dope, in my opinion. Just kind of the dude. Could look cool.
Yeah, I like both. I like with the text too. I think I like it with the text better. Yeah.
Okay. But now you see, like, what you wouldn't want to do.
I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Here, what you wouldn't want to do is this, right?
If you did the bar here, it'd be really hard to read. Yeah, it'd be really hard to read.
Because you have to think about this icon will sit.
It's gonna be tiny.
Like that, right? That kind of, you lost me on that one, right?
Yeah. This is interesting. I mean, this is what you learn only by actually doing. You won't think of this ahead of time unless you've done it before at least once.
Right.
You know, different versions of logos. Yeah.
Right. So you kind of need this guy here. But I think this doesn't look bad. You know, I
think it looks good.
I don't know if I'm 100% in love with the font. I think if we go with this skull, let me open up. I actually want to try the mod font because it's a rounder. No, this is where it would be nice to have my files organized like they were before, after I kind of gave up on
Hey guys who are viewing this, feel free to give us some feedback.
Oh yeah, who do we have here? Are people viewing this?
We have let's see, we have Commander Root, we have Lurks, and we have Zenekiber. Yeah, guys, let us know what you think. You can be part of building a company with us.
So, actually, I don't know if it's actually in Bebus. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so respect. Let's try. If we like this, let's go with. Oh shoot. No, right? That didn't get better.
Yeah, I like the previous one.
Let's quickly go through some fonts. And I'm scrolling pretty fast, but if you on the sidebar here, you kind of see what these fonts look like. By the way, this is your standard Arial now. Let me make your Arial font, which is kind of the de facto with Helvetica for web design or for just web fonts. This will be the standard. If you see anything that I'm just gonna kind of go through it, kind of just stop when you're like, oh damn, I like that.
Okay.
Avenir is also a really good font usually. Usually you have a pretty quick. Yep, I like that.
Wait, could you go back? One more? Yeah. I just wanted to look at it.
No worries.
What do you think? What do you think? It's too much?
Oh, this?
Yeah. Too hard to read?
That was part of the ones that I showed you earlier.
But this is a little bit different, right? It's bolder. It looks more legible, I think. I think 99% of people would read that as respec, right?
Yeah. Let's make it. Let's just make it part of the set. So we do a direct comparison. So here, which one do we have here?
Yeah, honestly, I like the original better though, man. I do. This one, it was a fun one to think about, but the original I do like better than any other ones we looked at. Again, it's because it's just so simple, and it goes well with the logo because it is simple. It doesn't seem like it's trying to do too much. It doesn't seem like it's trying to get your attention too much, you know? Like trying too hard, I think is an easy way to just like lose people. Like it's
so I mean, I can kind of continue and give you more time to kind of see the other ones.
I think we can build. Unless you said you weren't a huge fan of the text, so maybe for your sake, we can scroll through and see if something pops up that we both.
I mean, this is my favorite font. This is a really great font, and it's called Berlin, which is even better.
It's called Berlin.
Yeah. I love it. I love this font. It was designed by a German.
It's far from your hometown, though, man. You can't be repping Bavaria, okay?
What do you mean? Berlin is not in Bavaria. That's Munich. That's
right.
Berlin
you're right.
But
it's still way far from where you're from.
Yeah. It's still far. So okay, if we had that. Let me see. Where's the other one? So this is what we call now our final group. Any feedback, people? Well, yeah, I'm not on the.
No one's typing in the chat. They're still in the stream.
Hey,
Yeah, we want to hear from you guys. This is like, if we can get one person to tell us something today, then our mission for today is accomplished. That was our idea with putting it on stream. We just want like one comment, and who knows what that would lead to. So think of this logo. You know, we're not a game developer. We're not really making peripherals or hardware. We're more in the design rethink, you know, because a lot of the stuff that we buy for our gaming setups honestly is over designed. You know, it's using a lot of stuff like RGB lighting, extra buttons that you don't need, just extra stuff that you pay for that you don't use. Stuff is big and bulky. and it just kind of takes up space on your desk. But that's the options from the main players, right? We're trying to do it more cool. We're trying to maybe target more towards an older audience, I guess, because maybe it's the younger kids that are kind of buying up this stuff still from like SteelSeries and Razer. Razer honestly does it a little bit better than the others. They still have a little bit more of a design focus, but not so much in peripherals. I mean, maybe at some point, but think about everything else that could be on your desk. Think about your entire setup on your desk, outside from your PC, your monitor, and
yeah, and I think that's make it more concrete, right? We are very open here. We are thinking about kind of the desk and the pads and mouse pads to start with, right?
Yeah. So mouse pads is a good start, and we're thinking oversized, so you can put your keyboard on it. So it's a desk pad, like something like that to start with. So imagine this logo on a desk pad, and imagine it having some kind of sick design on it also, and have some kind of good features on the pad itself, good performance as far as gaming performance. So it kind of gives you a little bit of everything. Plus, it gives you an awesome original design. You don't have to go and buy. If you really like the games you play and you buy a Dota 2 mat or a Blizzard mat, that's cool. But there should be alternatives. There should be something else out there. And that's kind of what we're looking at right now. So think of this logo in the context of that kind of product. Is it good enough? Could it be something else? Could it be completely different? Let us know.
Cool. We're live streaming on Twitch.
Hey, Haiti.
Yeah. No, this is cool. This is all. She doesn't hear you over there, by the way. What do you think about our logo? Okay. So, I mean, I feel that this was kind of where we needed to be. I'll send those to you. Why don't I send those to you? Sorry, there's like a mosquito in here. Shit. And I think it's important. I'll send it to you on text so you can see it also on different devices. You want to kind of see it in a text message and see it on your phone, see it on your screen on your laptop. And then, yeah, I think this is kind of where we needed to be. We're kind of
I think it's awesome, dude. We didn't need to, like you said, we don't need to like have the best logo in the world. We need a serviceable logo that looks nice, that gets us moving, builds momentum for us. We just got another thing checked off the list. And this, I think it does more than just check something off the list. I think this is a sweet logo. It looks professional. If there was a company already out there that had this logo, I would imagine that they had been out, in business for some time, that they're trusted, that it's not just someone pulling something together real quick, which is technically what it is. But the fact that it was done in a short time, I think, is impressive. So we accomplished what we wanted, except getting some feedback. So hopefully, maybe whoever's hearing this can take a look and let us know before we close the stream. Last chance, guys. You were part of our very first stream experience. This is special and cool for us. We really appreciate you joining. So it wasn't just us talking on the phone as we usually do. And if you don't comment today, please keep checking back. We should be streaming consistently at around, what shall we say, 7 p.m. Pacific?
Let's try to do
6 p.m. Pacific.
I mean, I don't know, once you start at Tesla, what time you can do, but
yeah, I didn't think about that. It'll probably be a little bit later, but until that happens, at least let's see if we can keep to this time, and then if people continue to join at this time, that's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. And then you will be putting this on YouTube, right?
Well, we didn't really record. We recorded the Skype, so I got to see how that looks. It could just be my face or your face without us two on it, right? Because we're just recording the Skype. So, but regardless, whatever it is, I'll put it on YouTube, even if it's just listening to our voices, whatever it is.
Awesome.
Yeah, dude,
And
it's step one. I expected there to be more technical issues than we had. Honestly, I'm very surprised that just in like short preparation, we're able to throw together a stream where we're showing two different screens. Everything seems to be running well. The audio seems to be working. So, yeah, I think it's good accomplishment.
awesome. And then I at this point, I think we have the logo. We need to wait till we get to get the samples in, right?
Mhm.
So, my guy is. I think they're shipping tomorrow. They said there was a delay. The shipping service, yada yada yada. I don't know excuses, but they're shipping tomorrow. I don't know
Okay.
if your guys have already shipped. I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, did you
yeah.
buy the domain?
Yeah, about the domain. It's respect.me.
Okay, so then uh, if you wanna, I can show you how to go to your GoDaddy, and maybe I'm unsharing now. Let's hook up the domain, and I'll just put our domain up with a sign up page, so that people actually can sign up to what we do. That would be cool, no?
Wait, what? Explain that one more time.
So I'll put, if you log into GoDaddy right now. Actually, one thing. Is the food ready? Are you waiting for me? Okay. So if you want to hook up the domain right now, then I can put a landing page up where it's just like a coming soon where people can sign up and get more information.
Wait, I didn't use GoDaddy to register the domain.
Oh, you didn't? Oh,
No.
which one did you use?
I used domain.com.
Okay. Not a
Does
huge
that make
deal.
a difference? Okay.
Not a huge difference. No, how much did you pay for it?
It was like $4, I think, for the domain, and then I got hosting and an email address with it. Also, I think the total was like 20 something bucks.
We don't need hosting, but if you have the email, that's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that much for the hosting, but yeah, I got upsold on the hosting.
Okay, so just log in and maybe
Yep.
share your screen.
All right, let's see here.
You are in the page for the full domain. By the way, can you change this to a woman, not to a women?
Hold on, first time logging into this.
By the way, the performance from that page to the product page was really good today. Yeah.
Okay, I'm in.
Can you share your screen?
All right. Display capture. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa.
You said you got it from domain.com?
Yeah.
How did you get into that?
Can you see my screen?
No. So on Skype, there should be just like two little boxes next to the hard. That's share screen.
Oh, I'm trying to put it on Twitch actually.
No, just do it on Skype.
Okay. Okay, you see it now?
Nope.
Just give it a second. Still not seeing it?
Nope.
What?
Oh, there we go. Got it.
Okay. Okay, cool. You see where I'm at? So this is the home page, and then I can click manage here.
Yep. There should be, it's hard for me to see it, but there should be DNS settings somewhere. Do Control F and just type in DNS.
DNS and name servers. Okay.
Exactly. Perfect. Okay. From there, go. There should be add DNS record. Exactly. Okay. Then, so click on type, CNAME. And then name is www. And then content is secure dot so do you see what content is?
Oh, okay. So not under name.
No. Exactly, not on a name. No. So name is www. And then under content, exactly, secure dot page serve, all one word, page serve dot co.
Dot what? One more time. TL?
Co. Charlie.
CO. Okay. Gotcha.
And then I don't know. Let me see if I can find out what the priority is on it.
Priority and time to live. We don't have selected.
I don't think we need it, but time to live 1 hour. Can you select 1 hour?
1 hour. Yes.
And then priority, just leave that blank. See if it can add it.
Your DNS record has been successfully added.
Okay, cool. Now, you want to see when how I set it live? You want to actually like be on it?
I'm not sure what you mean.
I mean, we want to actually like stay on the Skype while I actually put our domain and our page up.
I kind of want to see how it's done. Like if you share your screen as you're doing it, I think that'll be beneficial for me.
Sure. So first off, I'm going to, I just sent you the logos in the chat. And now I'm going to Okay. You have to unshare your screen, by the way.
Okay. Done.
Okay. Share my screen. Start sharing. Okay. Cool. So now I'm creating the page in Instapage. I go to edit design. I'll go grab the logo. Which logo do we want to pick for the page? Like what? Like if there's going to be a logo and then underneath it is going to be a bar that says sign up for your email. This one or this one?
I like the bar logo. How visible is it going to be?
Let's see. Very visible. Okay. I save it as a PNG so that there's no background. Okay, so now okay, so okay. What's a good gaming term instead of saying submit, like or like what do you say proceed? What's like the acknowledgement of moving forward, or like send us your email? Like what's like a good way of saying that?
I mean, what if we just put respec? I mean, it sounds there's definitely a mystery to it, but that might get people to hit the button. Yeah, respec without a T,
Oh yeah.
and maybe exclamation point.
Okay.
Yeah, exclamation point too. Yeah.
I would be against the exclamation point because otherwise
Really?
it's like a yeah.
Okay. Okay. Both are okay. It just makes it more of an action verb with an exclamation point.
What about this?
Oh, that's good. I like it. Yeah, it's better.
So now here there should be something that is like enticing to sign up. I mean, we talked about this at various lengths before, right? What's the reason for them to sign up? I don't think we should go through that exercise right now because I have to go for dinner and I'm super hungry. But this gives us a baseline. So now we just have to think about where do we go from here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, sounds good. What about the typeface on Be the First? Shouldn't that match the logo?
No, you don't want to. The logo should be a unique typeface. I think we should actually have it even more different than this. The logo should have its unique typeface.
Can that one have a unique one too? To Be the First, or be a little bit different than what it currently is? Because that one just looks like.
I was gonna go with a different one, but let me see. Let me show you the one that I wanted to go with. So we have. Right. It's also not done. No, that's not it. Let's go through some of these. Patent. And
what if instead of Be the First, hey, what if it said join the squad? Because that's a gaming term and it's like transcends gaming too, because people are starting to say squad for everything.
Yeah. And then do we want it in bold? Do we want it maybe semi-bold? Probably better.
Yeah, even that right there starting to look pretty good. That font looks nice. You're on Instapage right now, right?
Yep. You can change it if you want.
Did you just drag and drop from Illustrator into Instapage?
No, you have to save it and then go from there. Hey, by the way, who is respec.com? That's not in use, is it?
Let's see. Revolutionary Scientific and Technological Solutions. It is a tech consulting company in mining, water and environment, and data and technology. Interesting. You want to? Oh, dude, their logo is pretty cool, actually. It wouldn't work for us, but they have a nice logo too.
So then, remember you asked me about like this little icon in the browser? And I told you it was a save. So here's what you do. So first you do this, then you do this, then you crop, Menu trim. Menu export. And we say a 45 pixels. And then under SEO, you can go upload here. Take the favicon. Respec. What's our tagline? I mean, we don't have it yet, so I'm just gonna get better gaming.
No, we had something, dude. It was like rethink your game space.
Okay. Game setup, I think, is better than game space. No? You tell me.
Setup sounds like you're talking about hardware.
Okay. Okay, coming. All right, so save this and then let's publish new domain. We have it. You already set it up, so now type in here. Select domain. Other, and then you said it was domain.com, right?
Yep.
Okay. Enter your domain.
Respect.me.
Me. www. Okay. Close. Now, where is our respect? Let's see if we're live.
It said a few hours, right?
It usually doesn't take that long.
It's okay, dude. We'll wait a little bit and check again. We don't need to.
That would indicate that something is not correct.
You think so? Within just a few
Yeah,
seconds?
Yep, it usually is pretty immediate. Maybe just Google Insta. I mean, we can check till tomorrow. If it's not up by tomorrow, then that's a problem. But yeah, all right, man. So you're gonna post to YouTube. I send you the logos.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know if you're still feeling good about it. And then we'll chat when we get the samples. Otherwise, if tomorrow anything comes up, we can chat tomorrow. Did you also purchase some of the glasses?
Yeah, I got 2 samples. I'm gonna get a couple more from a different company, and then we'll see how those look. So 2 samples should be coming sometime this week, and then a couple more next week. And I should be getting mats in this week. I'm expecting to get some this week unless there's delays. So
cool. Awesome. How are you feeling about this?
Good, man. I'm excited, dude. I'm excited to do this. This is fun. I'm learning a ton. Yeah, man. Thanks for doing this with me. Obviously, it's a lot harder for me to do it than with you. So really appreciate it.
No worries, man. Good. Okay, cool. Keep me posted. Let me know if you want to chat. And then we set up a new screencast.
All right, man. Sounds good. Have a good dinner.
Bye. Take care.
See you, dude.